Hello there, remember me?
Like there was any doubt, guys. Despite what you thought you might have heard, that was not English. Not bad for a 62nd overall pick whose hockey game will never translate to the NHL. There was no doubt Lane Hutson wins the Calder Trophy for the Rookie of the Year for the first time in 53 years. A Montreal Canadiens player has won the Calder Trophy. The last one was Ken Dryden. Remember him? Ken Dryden giving a great shout out on Instagram on the Habs website today, giving the congratulations to Lane Hutson, but well deserved, my friend, well deserved. And I got to give a shout out to my buddy Shane Gaumont, because when the Canadiens drafted Lane Hutson, before many of us knew who the heck this kid was, I said in a video on April the 5th, just over 2 months ago, that the NHL should just give Hutson the Calder then, but better late than never. We're arrogant Habs fans. Of course we're bragging. Some of us know how to be arrogant in 2 languages. Not me, though. Still not there quite yet. Je parle français un petit peu. This was my favorite quote from Lane Hutson's press conference today, and it says, quote, "The fans kept us going all season long. When you go on the road for so many games, you always look forward to coming home. They are the heart of our team. And that's what makes Montreal such a special place to play. There's something special about Montreal, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it." Well, you know where that hits us, Lane? Right here. Right in the... I kind of hurt a little bit. Right in the heart. Because you know what? If we're honest, I mean, like, without bragging seriously here, the way players have described what it's like to play in front of a playoff atmosphere in Montreal, Mike Camilleri is one of them that comes to recent memory. You literally feel the fans on the ice when you're playing. You feel the support behind you, and it's like we're another player out there. I mean, I'm not trying to just like blow smoke, but that's how special, that's how much the connection between Canadiens players and their fans is like absolutely no other anywhere in the NHL, maybe in sports in some ways too. Okay, I know. We're always talking about ourselves a little higher than we ought to, but you know what? Seriously, being a fan of this team and just the logo, everything that it represents, it is special. And the atmosphere there, if you've experienced it, if you haven't, you got to go do it. Like, I keep saying it, but I'll continue to say it until you go do it. When Lane Hutson got to the 64-point mark this season, in his rookie season, that was actually Andrei Markov, my favorite player of all time for the Canadiens. That was Markov's highest point output in 2008, 2009, and that was like 8 seasons into Markov's career. In Hutson's rookie season, he put up 66 points. He could have had 70. He could have had 70, honestly. If this team, I don't want to put it on the rest of the team, but the fact that Hutson did it in the third full year of a rebuilding team, pretty darn impressive, and also helped the Canadiens get back to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years, and also, on top of all of that, led the Canadiens with 5 points in the 5 playoff games that they played. Andrei Markov currently sits second all-time, tied with Guy Lapointe for points by a defenseman in Canadiens history. And I got to think if Lane Hutson stays here for as long as we really hope that he does, he's going to break, maybe even shatter that record. Not maybe. I mean, the guy's going to do it. It's going to happen. When you're as talented as that kid is, some people were trying to compare Lane Hutson to different players like Quinn Hughes, maybe Cale Makar, maybe Adam Fox, maybe others. Even Bobby Orr has come up. The name has come up. Yes, it has. When you saw him go coast to coast against Philly, yeah, I mean, that was the kind of plays that Bobby Orr would do on a regular basis. This guy has been described by some folks who regularly watch the Canadiens as a player that just, there's nobody like Lane Hutson. Never mind him being like other players. Maybe he brings certain elements of their game to his game, but there's things that Lane Hutson does that nobody else does. The biggest gripe about a lot of folks was his size. It's always been that way. That's why he went 62nd overall, which is highway robbery that we got Lane Hutson for Brett Kulak. I mean, no offense to Brett Kulak, but Lane Hutson's a lot better. One of the biggest things was Lane Hutson's size, but also his defensive play. And Lane Hutson, for the entire season, he played all 82 games for the Montreal Canadiens. He was a -2 all season long. That's pretty darn good for a rookie defenseman. He's got a really underrated active stick defensively. He's positionally sound. He reads and anticipates the game at a rate faster than a lot of people give him credit for. That being said, I think he's getting the credit now, and he's going to continue to prove it. This guy's a special player. He's so much fun to watch. I got to see him with Shane at the rookie prospect challenge last year, and like the guy was stick handling in a circle, like just he made so many crazy moves. And to see it in person, like he's just on another planet, on an island. I don't know what else to say in that regard, but I just want to give a big shout out to Lane Hutson. Congratulations on this trophy. You deserved it, buddy. And you've made all of us fans pretty darn quickly. We're really looking forward to seeing this guy play in a Montreal Canadiens uniform for a long time. And the next big question now is, what's the contract extension going to look like for this kid? You better believe he's a kid. He looks like he's 12 still. So if I had any kind of prediction on Lane Hutson's contract extension, I think it's going to be a full 7-8 year extension. But I also think it's going to be somewhere in the $7 to $8 million range or so. I think the guys know how good he is after his rookie season and after winning the Calder trophy. Even in the playoffs, he performed really well in just the 5 games. So I think that it's going to be a fair but good deal for the Canadiens. These guys want to win a Stanley Cup, and they aren't worried about money above all else. They're not worried, but their concern is with winning above anything else. So I think it's going to be a pretty fair deal that fans and the team will be satisfied with. Thanks for watching, guys. Good to see you again. Shane Gaumont and myself will be joining again. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Hit like to support the video. Hit subscribe. Appreciate it very much. We're coming up on 7,000 subscribers. Really appreciate the support. And Shane Gaumont and myself will be doing another episode very, very soon. Stay tuned for that. We got lots coming up. We got the draft. We got free agency. It's time. It's one of the best times of the year, at least for us, in the position that we're still in. So thank you for watching, guys. See you soon. Love you. Good to see you again. Always missed you guys. See you soon.